Hello and welcome to Verbaling. I'm teacher Oakley. For the next 4 days at this time slot, we are going to be practicing a lot. We're going to be practicing the FCE exam English in Use section. First of all, FCE is First Certificate in English. This is an examination very similar, actually, to the other Cambridge exams, which you may be familiar with, IELTS and CAE. However, in this particular exam, they have not only the reading, writing, listening, speaking sections, they have a fifth section, which we are going to be examining for the next 4 days. This is called English in Use. And basically, the focus is on vocabulary and grammar. So, that being said, this particular class for the next 4 days, I do believe will be useful even for those not interested in taking this exam or any other exam, because basically it's an overall general emphasis on grammar and vocabulary, and doing exercises which test those aspects of English. So I think this is a pretty useful class for actually anyone that's here at Verbaling, really. It's not just for exam takers, although they will especially benefit, I'm sure. Hopefully, anyway. Okay. That being said, the next 4 days, we're looking at this English in Use section of this exam. Coincidentally, the next 4 days, there are 4 actual sections that we're going to be looking at: multiple choice, open questions, word formation, word transformation. In any case, today, each day we'll look at a totally different type of question. Today, we're going to focus on multiple choice, or as I like to say, multiple guess sometimes. Okay, let me welcome students to the class. Hello, Senia.
Hello. Hello.
Hello, long time no see. How are you?
I'm fine. It's because your class in the early morning for me. That's why.
Okay. Well, good morning.
Thank you.
Good to see you again. Okay. Also, I'd like to welcome Javier. Hello, Javier. Good to see you again. Javier?
Good morning. How are you?
Hi. I'm fine. Welcome to the class. And also, hello, Gina.
Hi.
Hello. How are you?
Fine, thanks.
Okay, welcome to the class, Nader. Hello, hello. Hello again. Hi again. Welcome back. And Vincenzo.
Hi, teacher. Good morning. How are you?
Pleasure. I'm fine. Morning. How are you doing?
Yes. Good. Good.
Okie dokie. Okay. All right. All right. Now this specific exam, the FCE exam, the English in Use section, is about 50 minutes. Oh, I forgot. Like 50 questions? No. 15, 15, 30. Well, yeah, about. Okay. Basically, you have to hum right through it. What you have is little reading sections, but they're short readings. It's not like the reading part of the exam. And basically the idea is just you can use a couple of different possible strategies, but either you can quickly skim through the reading and get the general idea. This may help you get a better idea when it comes time to fill in the blanks, or you can just attack the questions immediately. The questions in this first section, multiple choice, very straightforward. Pretty simple. You're just filling in the blank with the most likely answer. So, without further ado, let's give it a shot. We're going to practice.
Yeah.
3 or 4 of them. So let's just do it. I'm going to screen share here with you, and we'll take turns going around the class, and you guys can give it a try. Now, here's the thing.
Oh.
Here's the thing. Okay. First of all, they will always give you the 0. That's worth 0 points because it's a sample. They'll give you an example 1, but the basic idea, just to get the basic idea of how to go about this, well, let me start with Senia. Senia, can you do me a favor and read this first sentence?
Email is a wonderful of communication. It's easy, it's fast, but sometimes this just one little click of the send button can spell disaster.
All right. Very basic technique. Can you think of a word that would most likely fit this blank?
It's a wonderful way of communication.
All right, that's fine. Well and good. Okay. Now, all right. I'm afraid my answers are down here somewhere. Oh, no, not over there. Hang on. Okay. Oops. Okay. We have now in the actual test, you'll see just like this. So they actually have Senia's answer here. Okay. But they'll show you that the actual answer they want is means model result. So, okay, what they're trying to show you, they're giving you an example. Now, this one doesn't count. All right, this particular one does not count. The actual answer they're looking for is means of communication. Here's kind of a trick, and this shows you kind of a trick as well with this exam. They're really strongly looking for co-locations, strong co-locations in English.
Excuse me, teacher. This case is singular, no? It's not plural.
Means a means to an end.
Mean or means?
Means. I don't know if you've ever heard this expression, Vincenzo. A means to an end. It's a means to an end.
Means. Generally with the NS. Huh? Means. Okay.
Yeah. You notice the use of the article a in front of the word. A means to an end. Very common phrase. Yes, means here has an S. Always has an S.
Always. Okay, thanks. Thank you.
Yes, indeed. Right. Very specific word. Okay, well, that's the general idea. Okay, let's continue. Whoops. Oh, now I'm lost. All right, give me a second. All right. The idea, the easiest way to do this, the best way to do this, is to do, but obviously could get you in trouble, is to go ahead and read the sentence. We'll just try to go one blank, one answer at a time here. But try to guess what best would fit in the context, obviously, of the sentence or clause. And then take a look at the answers. Now, this next sentence has 2 blanks. So, in fact, little change in strategy here might be you might have more context if you're able to guess one or the other of them before trying to guess the the other one. You're going to have more context to deal with. But let's just take a look. A quick welcome and shout out to Ken. Hello, Ken.
Yes,
welcome
hello.
Hello. Okay. Okay. Let's see. Javier, can you read the next little section here? section.
Section, yeah. How many times have emails been sent to the wrong person?
Okay. So, all right, hang on a second. Let's see.
Say again, yeah. How many times have emails been sent to the wrong person?
Okay, that's your guess. Okay, let's hang
Yeah,
on.
that's,
We got to take a look at the possible
Okay.
answers.
so I have to follow reading or just the first one? Oh,
Just the first one.
okay.
Okay, and actually, because you're going to want to check your answer, but I will tell you. Okay, the possible answers for this one.
Okay, yeah. Sure.
All right, were A, mistaken, B, false, C, bad, D, wrong. So, pretty good idea that, of course, you guessed it. All right, if you can nail it by guessing it, then you can save yourself time and continue. Javier, I'm just going to go around so everybody gets one blank, okay, if you don't mind. All right, well, some people will have longer things to read, and well, whatever. So, Gina, all right, how many times have emails been sent to the wrong person? Okay, from here.
Or to several people, than just one person.
Okay, now here's another thing which which I forgot to mention, but well, here we are. The answer has to be grammatically correct, of course, and sometimes the answer is more than one word. The answer could be a clause. Okay, so for example, Gina, or several people, then just one person. Okay, here's the possible answers. A, rather. So, you know, as we go along, read it in. Or to several people, rather just one person. Actually, that grammatically doesn't fit. Rather than would fit, but that doesn't fit. Second possible answer is B, other than. Okay, does that fit? Or to several people other than just one person? What do you think of that answer?
It could be right, no?
It could be right, but you're hesitant, and rightfully so. So maybe that's a question mark for you. Here's answer C, in place of. To several people in place of just one person. Does that make sense?
I don't think it is right.
It doesn't sound right to me either, Gina. All right, let's look at the last answer, D. Instead of, or to several people instead of just one person.
This fits.
This fits, and I'm with you. Okay. All right. Very good. So as we go through and we look at the different, in this case, there's several answers that are close. So go ahead and read the sentence or clause, trying to, what I just did with Gina, trying to see which one makes the most sense if we read the thing in its entirety. Okay. All right. Let's see. Nader. Dave from Dave. Okay. Shall I read it for you? Dave Gethings got something. Trouble. Dave Gethings got blank trouble when he replied to a birthday invitation. This is a tricky one. Do you have an idea? Did I miss it? Nader, do you have an idea about this one? Dave Diethings got in trouble when he replied to a birthday invitation. Okay, here's your possible answers. A, to. He got to trouble. B, at. He got at trouble. C, he got into trouble. Or D, he got up to trouble. Well, in this case, in isn't exactly there, but into and in are frequently interchangeable. So Nader would opt for into, and so would I. Some of these are just, okay, typical bad answers. Got to trouble, got to, got at. These are collocations that do not exist. We never say that in English. You can get up to trouble, a phrasal verb. You've got to be very careful. They will throw in phrasal verbs, and then another one will be a verb and a preposition. So be very careful about looking at the context. Could it be a preposition to start a prepositional phrase, or is it probably part of the verb? Okay, that's it. He got into trouble. All right, let's continue. Vincenzo, here, you got a big chunk here for you. Okay.
Yes.
Try this one.
He emailed back a joking but extremely rude reply, not only to his friend, but also to his manager, the secretary's directors. He emailed back a joking director to in the company, in fact. Very long sentence. He emailed back a joking but extremely rude reply. I see, not only to his friend but also to his manager, the sales director, to
Do you have a guess?
everything.
Everything.
Everyone. Everyone.
Okay. Well, your possible answers are A, anyone, B, everyone, C, someone, and D, all. Your guess was, I believe, correct. To everyone in the company, in fact. Okay. So by
very better.
yeah. Oh yeah. Well, it's a terrible situation.
Terrible. Yes. Terrible.
Extremely embarrassing, but yeah. All right. So a lot of times you're going to be able to just guess the word. It's going to just make total sense for you, and great. Although Senior would have got in trouble with the first example, pretty much everyone else would have hit it exactly. Ken, your turn from there.
Okay. There are other cases of people forwarding emails on purpose.
On purpose, and on is in fact one of the options. But you should always check, okay? The other possible answers, A, for, emails for purpose, B, on, as you said, C, to, and D, in. So you're absolutely right. The only collocation that actually works is on purpose. Good job. All right, let's keep it rolling. Sinya.
While Richard Phillips emailed his secretary her that she had spilled tomato ketchup on his trousers at lunch and asking her to pay. And can I listen options?
Sure. Do you have any kind of guess at all?
No.
Okay. Do you have any kind of, okay, if you have no idea, here's a second, we haven't had to do this yet, but here's a second strategy. Do you have any idea what kind of word this is going to be? Noun, verb, adjective, adverb, preposition? Senior, Do you have any idea?
No, no.
Okay. That may also help you as a secondary strategy, because sometimes, usually they're going to write the same kind of word as your options, but actually later in the test, tomorrow, when we're doing either fill in the blank or open questions, and 2 days from now, when we look at word formation, it's really important that you know if you can figure out what kind of word. Okay, anyway, here's your options, Senia. A, writing. Okay. Emailed his secretary, writing her she had spilt tomato ketchup on
No.
trousers. B, saying. Saying
No.
her. Okay. All right. C, telling her.
Maybe.
Okay, maybe. And D, replying her.
Maybe telling.
Okay. We can eliminate B.
Strange.
Okay. For B and D are simply not options because you can't saying her. You have to say to her. They're intransitive verbs, so replying her, same thing. Replying to her, you would need a preposition there. They're simply not possible. Okay, what I might suggest strategy-wise is, C seems good. A seems also grammatically possible.
Excuse me, teacher. Is it possible
Yeah.
to have two answers? No.
No, definitely not. Definitely. Oh, I think I forgot to look at the rules here, but yes, no, they should only be one answer.
Okay. Thanks.
Okay. Yep. Although you're absolutely right, writing her that she had spilt tomato ketchup or telling her that she had spilt tomato ketchup, both are grammatically correct. So,
Yes.
frankly, a strategy that I would use here for this one, I wouldn't answer this question until I looked at 7, so I have a little bit more context. It couldn't hurt. All right, so let's do that. Javier, from and asking.
And asking her to pay the dry cleaning bill for the £4 for the amount of £4.
Okay.
Amount? Yeah, I'm gonna say amount.
You're going to say amount. All right, hang on. And okay, the possible answers, you do have an amount as a possible answer. Possible answers are sum, S-U-M, for the sum of, okay, or B, amount, C is money, and D is quantity. So you're going to stick with amount?
I have doubts between sum and amount, but sum of, I think it's
So do
correct
I.
as well, no? Sum of or amount of. To be honest, I would say amount, but actually I'm not sure.
Okay. This is difficult for me too, because American English, we would not use for here. Her to pay the dry cleaning bill, the sum of £4 is how we'd say it in America. Okay. I think it is sum, actually.
Sum.
These can be, see, these FCE things are a little tricky for me as an American because they sometimes use different collocations. It's all about collocations in these suckers. Okay. And maybe a little challenging because sometimes, for me, because I believe I would pick some for this reason. When we write, because of the context and the idea, when we write a formal business email, requesting money, especially in damages, definitely you would more tend to use the more formal sum rather than amount.
Mm.
Okay.
It's more formal amount, sum than amount.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So you would more likely appear in a business email. So I will go with sum on that. Now, does that help our earlier answer here?
Yes, yes,
Lawyer, plus a lawyer would definitely write more formal language. Oh, I forgot about that clue, Javier. So, yeah, okay. He's a lawyer. Emailed his Why did he email his secretary? Why did he not just talk to her? Writing her that she had spilt tomato ketchup on his trousers at lunch. Okay, or telling her that she had spilt tomato ketchup. Probably, Senia, at this point, would you go with writing or telling? You're going to stick with telling?
No, writing.
Why?
Because it's email. I think it's in American. It's difficult to telling in email.
Okay.
It's a question, teacher, but telling is a more informal. It's not a more informal
True.
way to say writing at the same time.
Yes, it is.
Yes,
that's right, Vincenzo. You are correct. All right. I think it would. This is a tough one, but I would actually think it might be telling, because we mean telling in this context of informing. You know, a better word, the best word here, would be neither one of those. Informing her that she had spilled tomato ketchup would be much better. So here, okay, just my strategy here is I can think of a word that's better than any of the options, but between the two words writing and telling, telling is a lot closer to informing. Okay? So I'm just trying to explain to you my logic in choosing that answer. Pretty much kind of what Vincenzo's saying. It's a way of saying informing. Ken, do you have a comment or something?
Oh, I just came back, sorry.
Oh, okay. I can't because you're sitting in the far left hand of the class. When you type in the Google Hangout, I see you're typing something, but I don't have any idea what you're typing. So okay, I didn't know. Okay, anyway, never mind. So anyway, that's my logic, is that he's trying to inform her. She obviously didn't know, and frankly, I might need to read more context in order to get that understanding. Okay, let's continue. Gina, starting from this email.
This email, which was passed around many other law firms, was answered with a stinging reply by his secretary, which also went around the legal world and even did it into the national news.
Okay. Did it into the national news? Well, here are your options, Gina. We have A, did, which you guessed. We have B, even got it into the national news. C, made, even made it into the national news. Or D, took, even took it into the national news. Are you going to stick with your answer? I kind of feel like I'm a game show host. Are you sure? For $1 million, Gina.
I'm not sure. Maybe it could be got also.
Got it
I'm not
into
sure.
the national news. And okay, read the whole thing here. Which also went round the legal world and even got it into the national news. Well, it went round the legal world. So saying it even got it into the national news doesn't make sense. All right. When you're rephrasing it to yourself to figure out the answer, make sure you are aware of any reference words and what they're referring to. Which here, the relevant pronoun, okay, is referring to the email, right?
Yes.
The email went around the legal world, and the email even, oh well, okay, even got it into the national news. The email got itself into the national news. That's not going to make sense, right? So that doesn't make sense. All right, you said did, and even did it into the national news. The email even did it into the national news. Does that make sense?
Maybe.
Maybe. Okay, how about made? The email even made it into the national news. Does that make sense?
It's really tricky to me.
Yeah, tricky for me.
For me.
Yeah. Okay. What do you guys think? Rest of the class, which did, got, made, took.
I think made.
Okay. You think made? Yeah, I would have to agree. This is a fairly standardized phrase. He made it. Okay, you make it on Broadway. You become successful. You become popular. You become known. You make it. Okay, so it even made it into the national news. Definitely, the answer is made here. Okay, a tricky one, but it helps if you understand. But okay, make sure when you're rephrasing it to yourself with these tricky ones, you also that you be very careful that you know who your pronouns are. All right, moving along. Nader, you're back? Yeah. Okay. Nader, with the resulting publicity, Mr. Phillips was so embarrassed at beep people considered to be his meanness that he left his job. Yeah. Okay. Nader, any idea right off the top of your head? And by the way, when you're doing this exam or this type of exam, try to think of something off the top of your head, but don't waste any time. If you can't think of anything, well, forget it. Then start thinking about what kind of word is this likely to be. Then take a look at the answers. Nader, are you there? Ow. Mr. Phillips was so embarrassed at blank people considered to be his meanness that he left his job. Nader, are you there? Not sure if you're really here or not. Okay, well, I'll skip you for now. All right, Vincenzo, how about you?
Yes.
Do you have any idea here? What's
No, wait a moment, teacher. No, right now, no, I'm reflecting, but right now I don't have an idea about this because it's very difficult. So I'm embarrassed that.
no? Okay. Well, you want some options?
Because
Options
it's very strange. People consider this is this very difficult because
Okay.
well, words very strange. At listening, no. At hearing, no. At
No.
people consider this means that he left his job. People considered at.
All right. Well, let me give you the options. Maybe that'll make sense. A. Option A is what? Mr. Phillips was so embarrassed at what people considered to be his meanness that he left his job. Okay. B is that. So embarrassed at that people considered to be his meanness. Letter C is why. Was so embarrassed at why people considered to be his meanness. And letter D, option, is which. Was so embarrassed at which people considered to be his meanness.
I prefer what, teacher? What?
Do you? So do I. It's the only one that's going to fit grammatically. Yeah, absolutely. Definitely, it would have to be what for certain. Okay, very good. Ken, shall we continue with another horror story about email? Go ahead.
Okay. Joseph Davy said that he wasn't embarrassed when his email was blank around the world, was circulating around the world.
Oh, really? Okay. All right. So the possible answers are A, recycled around the world, B, circled around the world, C, circulated around the world, or D, cycled around the world.
Circulated.
Yeah, okay, very good. Very close in your guess. Excellent. Right. You notice how they try to give you several words with the same root word, cycle. Right. Good job. Very good. Okay, but he did have to change his telephone numbers. All right, continuing. Sinia. Next part.
He had sent a romantic email to a woman called Kate, who he had met at a party. She had sent it to her sister, who forwarded it to friends, who then forwarded it to more friends. In the end, it was getting from people as it was getting spread.
Okay. In the
I
end,
don't know.
he was getting.
Ah, yes, he was
The
getting
action's
famous.
happening to him. He was getting famous from people.
I don't know. It's
Okay.
difficult for me.
All right. Well, here are your options. A, calls. In the end, he was getting calls from people as blank away as Australia. B, rings. Getting rings from people. C, talks. Getting talks from people. Or D, phones. Who's getting phones from people? What do you think?
Phones, I think.
No. That would
So
actually
A.
mean he's getting, right. A, calls. Calls is the verb. He was getting calls. Okay. Right. Right. He was getting the actual phone call, not the phone. The phone is the physical object you hold. The call is the ring, ring. Hello. Okay. All right. So the correct answer for 11 is definitely calls. All right, Gina. Bye bye. Thank you. Okay, Javier. How about the next one? He was getting
from people as away as Australia and the US. From people as far away as Australia and the US.
all right, and I'll just say that in fact is an option. Far away. The other options are not even close. So very good. Okay, excellent. All right, let's take a look at another one here. Hang on. Hold on. Oops. Let me take a look at another one. Oh, God. Okay. Where is it? Where are you? I think it's somewhere right here. Okay. Wait. Nope, not there. Well, it's not either. Here's the answers. Here it is. Okay. All right. Here we go. Okay, to get us started, children with older brothers and sisters find it easier to make people laugh, a survey has suggested. Okay, taking over. Gina, can you take over from there? Are you still there? No? I guess she's not there. Okay, Nidair, are you there? Nidair, are you there? Just over half of younger siblings who blank part in the survey said it was easy to be humorous. Nidair? Are you there? Okay. I guess not. Okay, Vincenzo.
Yes, teacher. I think could be took.
Okay. Who took part in the survey, and in fact, your options, you do have the option took.
Took, yeah.
Yeah, and trust me when I tell you the other options are no good at all. Okay. Very good.
I don't know if there is another verb more appropriate, but
no.
Take part.
No.
Yeah.
Take part is a phrasal verb. This, by the way, this multiple choice exercise frequently uses phrasal verbs as the answer. All right. So to take part in something, to do it, yeah, you got it. Okay, Ken, can you take over? Who took part in the survey said it was easy to be humorous from here.
Compared,
Ken, yep.
Okay. Compared with the third of those who were maybe second, second born or something. Or third.
Wait a minute. Just over half of you're comparing to younger siblings.
Older sibling. Yeah.
Right.
Older sibling.
Yeah, there you go. Okay. Older siblings. Well, okay. Here are your options. A, firstborn. Does that sound good? B, major. C, primary. Or D, newborn.
Firstborn.
Yeah. Okay. Yes, firstborn. Of course, newborn means that they're just born. They're
Could be anybody.
a few hours old. That would be kind of difficult to conduct a survey. Hello, you were just born an hour ago. I have a few questions. Yeah. Okay. All right. Celia. Okay, Celia. All right. From And Just.
And just 11% of all children had the skill, according to the study of 1,000 people by psychologist Richard Wiseman.
Okay, what's your answer? All?
All children, maybe.
Okay, here's your options. All is not one of them. A, only. Just 11% of only children had the skill. B, unique. Just 11% of unique children. Okay, sorry. All right, C, single. Just 11% of single children had the skill. Or D, soul. And just 11% of soul children had the skill.
Single, maybe. Without siblings.
Okay. Now here, okay, there's no other way to say this. You've got to know the collocation we use in English. They're talking about, do you know what they're talking about? They're comparing, okay, younger brothers and sisters with the oldest, and now, and just 11% Now they're talking about a different kind of child. It's not younger and it's not older. It's one child in the family. Senia, if you're the one child in the family, what are you called? Do you know?
I forgot.
Yeah.
No, I don't know.
Yeah, okay.
So it's D variant. So
Senior.
No, actually, the co-location we all use in English is only child. I was an only child.
only.
I wasn't, but as an example, you refer to yourself, you talk about others. He's an only child. Definitely not a unique child. Single means he's not married. There's not many married.
Yes, it's true.
Yeah, of course. Okay. Yeah. See, you gotta know that this test is all about those co-locations. It's kind of why I said this is looking at these FCE English in use. This is very valuable stuff for all English users.
And
really.
only was A or B? Because I didn't hear these options. Only children.
It was
what?
A.
It was A. Okay. Okay.
Yeah. Sorry if I wasn't clear. Okay, Javier, taking over. Younger siblings.
Younger siblings have to compete parental attention. So they have to be more unconventional. Have to compete. To compete against parental, no, against no. To compete for parental attention.
Okay, here's your options. Have to compete over.
Okay.
A is over. B, on. C, in. And D is for. Sticking with 4?
Have to compete for. Yeah,
Yeah.
I'm gonna stick, yeah.
Yeah, I would, because you compete for attention. This is a pretty standard phrase in English. Absolutely. Yeah, there's just no other possible way. Okay, they are risk-taking and also more humorous. All right, taking over. Gina, are you still here? You're here. Great. Gina, are you here? Can't figure out if she's really here or not. I guess not. I guess not. Nidair, are you here?
No.
I guess not. Okay, Vincenzo, are you here?
Yes.
My God.
Yes, I'm here. I'm here, teacher.
Right.
This is a very common phrase. Now, on the other hand,
Yes, indeed it is.
it's a common way to speak, to say something.
Very colloquial, but very common, and you're absolutely right that you guessed it. On the other hand, older children tend to take on more serious roles. Okay, Ken, go ahead, try this one.
Okay. Without siblings, don't feel the blank to compare at all. Don't feel the idea.
Okay, well, let's look at the possibles. A, want. Don't feel the want to compete.
No.
Okay, B, idea. Don't feel the idea to compete. C, need. They don't feel the need to compete. Or D, lack. They don't feel the lack to compete.
No.
No, probably not lack.
I don't feel the.
What do you think, Ken?
I think want.
They don't feel the want to compete. Okay. Is there any dissension? Would anybody else choose a different answer?
Yeah.
The need,
Vincenzo?
no?
The need?
Need.
Yes.
I think need is better.
Yes, Javier and Vincenzo are correct. They don't feel the need to compete at all. Okay. again, I don't know how to explain it, except this is a colloquial kind of standardized phrase. Yeah, okay. I just don't feel the need to. Whatever. I don't feel the need to invest in Apple. Okay. I don't feel like it's
Greeting.
necessary.
Greet.
Whatever it is.
So, in what occasion I can use want as a desire, as my desire?
The want. Okay. Uh, what occasion? Well, all right.
That could be will,
Um,
not teacher. Will in this case, no? I can use
well,
will.
he's
Will.
asking a different question. Like he had a deep want. We often use wanting, to tell you the truth, Ken.
Uh-huh.
Or will, teacher. Will. No.
No. A wanting is like a craving, but more of an emotional craving.
Mm-hmm.
He had a wanting in his soul for love.
Uh-huh.
He felt a wanting for approval. You know what? I can't even think of a way. I know what you mean,
Mm-hmm.
right? I have the right concept you're asking about, right?
Mm-hmm.
But I have a very difficult time.
So the want is used as a noun, more like wanting.
Oh, a want. He had a yeah. We normally use. I think you can use want as a noun.
Mm-hmm.
He has wants and needs. Yeah, definitely can be a noun. But when we use it in that kind of deeper emotional way, we usually say wanting.
Okay.
Okay, he has wants and needs. There's things he wants. There's things he needs. It's not so deep. I think if I'm understanding your meaning, that's a tough one. All right, swing it back over to you, Javier, and
Funny continues into adulthood and picture down. Funny. Should be a noun, no? But
yeah, not really. Well, well,
funny continues into adulthood. Funny.
This next one. So this is a really hard one. I hate this one.
I need help. I don't know.
Yeah, you do. Okay, here are the ABCDs of the situation. A, to be. Okay, and to be funny continues into childhood. B is just be, and be funny. C, being the gerund, and being funny continues into childhood. And then D is been, the past participle of be. Been funny continues into childhood.
It's C, no? And being funny.
Being funny? Yeah, I think so. It's tough because, okay,
Funny.
it is possible to start a sentence with a gerund or with an infinitive. However, I think because we have and first, I think it's going to work better with the gerund. Yeah. Okay, because it's a complete idea and being funny. All right. Yeah, I agree. Being funny just works better here. Okay, that's a tough one, really. I think general rule of thumb, if you start a sentence with an infinitive, it's usually very rare, first of all. Secondly, I've never seen it with an additional subordinator in front of it. And thirdly, it is basically only used for extremely formal occasions and often talking about things like sociology and psychology, and philosophy. Yeah, so this seems like the tone of this article seems kind of humorous and more informal. So for that
Yes,
reason,
yes,
I would
yes,
definitely
yes, teacher.
share it.
Starting with the gerund. The gerund is a verb that is used instead of saying a name. You know.
Yeah, well, it's like
Yeah,
saying swimming is a very healthy
yes, yes.
activity.
Yeah, swimming, teaching,
Yeah.
other things.
Teaching is a
Reading,
rewarding job. There you go.
yeah,
Yeah.
reading. Yes.
Right. So, you know, teaching is a rewarding job. I wouldn't say to teach is to sow the seeds of knowledge. Sorry. Much more formal, philosophical. All right. All right, let's try one more. I gotta go. So, Vincenzo, can you handle this last one? Younger
Yes,
sibling.
yes. Younger siblings who to become famous comedians in Britain include Rowan Atkinson, better known as Mr. Bean. Younger sibling who to become famous comedians who include that who oh dear tried no younger sibling who to become include who tried no
Mm.
who no
All right,
who
here are your options. Okay.
who
A, put on, who put on
no
to become famous comedians. Okay.
no
B,
what
went on. Younger siblings who went on to become famous comedians.
don't like no
C is took on, who took on to
mm.
become famous comedians. Or D is came on. Younger siblings who came on to become famous comedians.
Sounded better for me who came on sibling who came on to become came on could it be
Actually,
possible no I don't know
I
I'm not sure teacher.
think
But it sounded me came on it sounded
actually
better for me but I'm not sure
the best answer is going to be who went on to become famous. Yeah,
went on to became went on to
become.
become
Yeah, you
okay.
wouldn't say came on to become. That's sort of redundant. And anyway, somebody comes on. It means they are forceful and they do something aggressively. There's nothing else indicating that.
Comes on in order to
Heck,
express
yeah,
a
there's nothing really
quality
there. Yeah.
okay
So
quality
anyway, he went on to become the president of France. All right, this is how we use this phrase. He was a wonderful
mm.
student, and he went on to become the president of France, something like that. Okay, gentlemen, tomorrow.
Yeah. Cut out.
Okay, I got stuck. Tomorrow, similar but different exercises. I got to go. I'm already late for my next class, but thank you.
Yes.